Hi everyone. Welcome back to Did You Know? Today, we're going to talk about the tiniest creatures that secretly run the planet, ants. These little guys are everywhere, and they're way more impressive than you think. They can lift 50 times their own body weight. They've been farming for 50 million years before humans even existed, and some queens can live for 30 years. Ants are basically tiny superheroes hiding in your backyard. Let's find out what makes them so incredible. Did you know that ants can lift 10 to 50 times their own body weight? That's like you picking up a car with one hand. Leafcutter ants are the champions. They carry pieces of leaves that are way bigger than they are, marching in long lines back to their colony. And speaking of colonies, some ant colonies have millions of members all working together like a single superorganism. They have workers, soldiers, nurses, and even garbage collectors. Every ant has a job, and they do it perfectly. No meetings, no emails, no complaints, just teamwork. Here's something amazing. Ants have been farming fungi for about 50 million years, long before humans even existed. Leafcutter ants don't actually eat the leaves they carry. They chew them up and use them as fertilizer to grow a special fungus in underground gardens. That fungus is their food. They've been doing this for tens of millions of years, making them the original farmers on planet Earth. They even weed their gardens and use natural antibiotics to keep their crops healthy. Meanwhile, humans have only been farming for about 10,000 years. Ants had a 50 million year head start. Did you know that fire ants can build living rafts during floods? When their colony floods, they link their bodies together and create a floating raft made entirely of ants. The queen and babies go in the middle while the workers form the edges. They can float for weeks like this until they find dry land. And here's another cool fact: ants don't have lungs. They breathe through tiny holes on the sides of their bodies called spiracles. Air flows in through these holes directly to their cells. No lungs, no problem. Here's an incredible fact. While worker ants only live for a few weeks or months, queen ants can live for decades. Some queens of the black garden ant have been documented living up to 30 years. That's longer than most dogs, cats, and even some parrots. During her lifetime, a single queen can lay millions of eggs. And ants communicate using chemicals called pheromones. They leave invisible scent trails that other ants can follow. That's how they always find their way back to food. There are over 14,000 known species of ants on Earth, with possibly more than 20,000 total. They're on every continent except Antarctica. So let's go over what we just learned. Ants can lift up to 50 times their own body weight. They've been farming fungi for 50 million years, way before humans. Fire ants build living rafts to survive floods. They breathe through tiny holes called spiracles instead of lungs. And queen ants can live for up to 30 years. All of this from creatures you could step on without even noticing. Ants truly are the unsung heroes of the animal kingdom. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. See you next time.